kinda spilled the beans. We just mutated on Anaki James. Tiger blood, Charlie Sheen. Leadership level like a college dean. Addicted to the truth like crack is to a fiend. The elites killed the American dream. Along with Epstein, let's rage against the machine. Momentum picking up and I'm hardly burning steam. Positivity never makes it mainstream. The country is torn like some Levi James. Cutting the lawn, but I'm barely making greens. Give it to you straight like a laser beam. This fucking reality is not what it seems.
Wow, we have a great show for you guys today, so we're just going to get right into it. There's a lot to talk about, especially about EBT possibly, well, not possibly, but going to be cut off call come November 1st. Let's bring Shipwreck and Cass on. They've both been on the Off Topic show before. Shipwreck, Cass, can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Hi.
I'm reposting your stream.
Okay.
So my folks can come watch too.
So let's just get right into it. Cass, yeah, hi guys. You did a video recently about pumpkins and how you're going to make pumpkin puree and telling people to use EBT and how we deserve and you deserve. Can you give us a little bit about that? And then Shipwreck, I want you to kind of respond back, but just, I know you've been getting a lot of flack, but what do you mean by we deserve, I deserve, and why are you telling people to go get EBT and get pumpkins for decorations instead of, like Shipwreck said, get a turkey, get some mashed potatoes? You know what I mean? Well, what's going on?
Well, we all deserve joy. I'm going to start right there. And I absolutely deserve, I feel that we all deserve food, shelter, healthcare. So just a little bit about me. Pumpkins are food, and I use that puree for soups, pastas, my baby's applesauce. You can use it for pies to make as well. And it was $4 for my white pumpkins, or it's $2.50 for the small pie pumpkins, which is much cheaper than I would pay for a turkey, or even a bag of potatoes is $5. So it's still food. What I mean by we all deserve, even if you're on EBT, you and your children deserve to enjoy a holiday activity. And if that's carving a pumpkin and roasting the pumpkin seeds, which are very high in protein and nutrients, then so be it. And my content is so that people just like me can stop feeling shame about existing. Shame is man-made, and I can help erase it. So that's what I do.
Shipwreck?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't agree. Turkey's $13, at least where I am.
No, $18 where I am.
If I were,
which is still more than $4.
If I were on food stamps, especially during a government shutdown, the last thing I would be doing is blowing it on pumpkins to decorate my home with, or to even roast and eat. Because what are you going to eat? Are you going to eat pumpkin seeds for Thanksgiving? Because you may not get your SNAP next month. You made a video.
We have food pantries. We use food pantries.
I'm not done. I'm getting there.
Hold on, Cass.
Sure.
I'm getting there.
This is going to be good. Just let her, and then we're going to go.
Sure. It's hard because it's also, there's a lot of misinformation. So it's hard for me to have a debate with misinformation.
No, I got you. You're going to be able to go right to that. Just let Shipwreck get what she says out, and then you can come
it's
back.
Not information. I live in this muck day in and day out. The likeliness of you getting your SNAP benefits in November is getting closer and closer to nil. The longer.
No, we're not. I know.
Okay, so you're not going to get your SNAP benefits, so you're going to go to food pantries.
Yes.
Okay, have you gotten the emails from your state at least? Because I've gotten at least 5 from mine saying that food pantries are already not going to have enough. They've already had 20 people sign up for turkey dinners, and they don't have enough. They need like 30 more people. So they're screaming for donations. What are you going to do if you go to a food pantry and there isn't enough? Because it's very likely that's not going to happen. It's very likely that's going to happen.
We adapt. Then we adapt. You eat your pumpkin. Me spending. Yes, they're very high in protein and nutrients. Me spending. If I have to, I have to. That's what the government is forcing us to do. What are you talking about? No, that's not Thanksgiving.
Let's talk about the
government spending $10 on pumpkins. I still couldn't afford a turkey at $10.
Yes, when you say adapt, a lot of people are out online saying they're just going to go rob people in the parking lot. Now, I'm not saying you. I'm not saying
that's what the government wants. The government is pushing us for that. What else do you want us to do? The government is pushing us to do that. What else do you want us to do?
You put yourself in a position to where the government can and can't dictate what you can and can't buy and when and how and where.
Put myself in a position. My family's disabled. I have disabled people.
Your family
yes, my husband's disabled.
Mental health issues.
Oh, I won't have this conversation. Matt, thank you
made the
so much.
video
I
on it.
won't have this conversation. Disabilities exist. No. That is no. I'm not going to have the conversation where a disability is a mental illness. I won't do that. I'm sorry. I won't do that, Matt. I'm sorry.
We're all
It's disrespectful. It's disrespectful.
We're all mentally ill, but we also
her telling me my family's not disabled when we are. I have 3 disabled members in my family. This is disrespectful. I won't have this conversation.
You couldn't take care of the first 2 that you had in the first place.
I had a full-time job. I had a full-time job with benefits and was laid off when I was pregnant with my child. So sorry. What? Should I have aborted her? What? I'm sorry.
Why didn't you get another job?
Because my children needed me. My co-parent got a full-time job. No, Matt, I'm gonna stop this conversation now. This is very disrespectful. I won't have this conversation. I've seen her content. It's inflammatory for the sake of being hateful.
You don't want to have the conversation.
I don't want to have the conversation. It's disrespectful. Because it's disrespectful.
Why?
Because my family is disabled.
Okay.
I could not get another job because if I got another job, my co-parent couldn't work full time. So now you have 2 people working part-time and my children struggling because they have disabilities and we need extra time for multiple meetings that I have. I have 2 households that I care for, 2 households. I am not like everybody else. Okay. 2 households. I spend 12 hours of my day outside of my house. The house I'm in now, not the house I live in.
Okay. I'd like to switch this up. I watched one of your videos where you talked about, actually, I watched the interview you did on this show before then.
Sure.
You had talked about wanting to live in a utopian society. You said everybody should get healthcare. Everybody should get free housing. Everybody should get free food. You want to live in
Yes, our government owes that to us. Yes.
Before other countries.
No, hold on.
Okay,
hold on.
Okay.
Right. You want this. Okay. Who's going to pay?
Socialism, yes.
Who's going to pay for that?
Our taxes, because we'll keep all of our tax money in America.
Okay. So that's fair. I'm on board with not sending money to more countries. Okay. But do you know how many people are in Israel?
I don't care about how many people. I don't care. Well, we need to stop sending our money there.
Okay, fair.
I don't care.
But there's 9 million.
And it's America's fault that there's 9 million people in Israel.
There's 9 million.
We send people there. They pay people from America to go there. I don't want to talk about Israel. They're genocidal maniacs. I don't care about Israel.
Do you know how many people are in the United States of America?
360 million.
Correct. Like 348. I think I looked earlier. 360 million. There is not enough tax revenue to cover.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Economists have already done this. Economists have already showed us there is.
Not without raising people's taxes. So if that would happen, yes, if that would happen, then I would.
It could happen at our tax rate right now. Economists have showed us. Economists have showed us. I have seen the studies.
Oh my God. So then let me ask you, how do you feel about the junk food restrictions on EBT?
They should not. It's food. If food is food, if it has a nutrition fact on the label, it's food and it needs to be allowed.
Okay. So why would you want the entirety of the country to put themselves in a position where the government gets to dictate what they eat, how they eat, what they buy, where they live, where they decide?
We would vote for politicians that wouldn't do that.
Okay.
We would vote better than voting for the maniacs that are already.
We're not voting for politicians wanting them to do it now.
No, there's not a single politician that. Like you all are. I vote third party because I won't vote for politicians.
I hate all of government.
So I don't vote for politicians. I vote for third parties.
Can we just all agree that we're America first? Can we agree on that? Can we agree that we're all America first?
In a not racist, not white supremacist way, I am America first. Yes.
White supremacist, racist.
Yes. Yes. The majority of the America First Party are very racist, and I'm America first, but also. We had Ellis Island once upon a time, and I believe that we still should have Ellis Island. We still should give me you're hungry, you're tired, you're poor, which is written on the Statue of Liberty. I believe that we should allow that, yes.
I got you. Shipwreck's America first, and I follow. She's not racist. She's actually.
I'm not saying she is racist. I'm just making sure that I am putting it out there that, yes, America first, but anyone who's seeing this with my face and my name knows that I am not a racist America first.
Neither am I. Neither are the majority of people in my little coalition of hardworking blue collar Americans. We're all just out here trying to survive. We're all just out here trying to survive. In the meantime, we're getting fucked from both ends. We go to X and we see how we're un-American if we don't stand with Israel, and it's all over my feed. Then I go to TikTok and I see all the self-proclaimed poor people with hundreds of thousands of dollars in their carts walking out of Walmart using EBT. we're getting fucked from both sides, and we're paying from it from both sides, and it seems like we're the only.
You pay 1% of your taxes to SNAP.
I already did.
So
the math on this.
no matter how much I spend on SNAP, you are still spending that same amount in taxes to SNAP. No matter how much I'm spending on SNAP.
I figured out we paid in about $150 last year for SNAP benefits between my.
Amazing. Okay, so people can eat. That's incredible. What an incredible contribution you made.
Do you know how much my grocery bill is every week? It's $200. So that $150 is more than half of my weekly grocery bill for 1 week. So I could have fed my family for almost one full week.
No, you have to pay taxes. No, but you legally have to pay taxes. So you couldn't have because you wouldn't have kept those taxes.
I legally don't.
You have to pay taxes. That's how a society works. If you don't want to pay taxes, don't be a part of society.
So that's how society works. Let's talk about the society. You wanted to be a utopian society. So what would your part in your utopian society be? Like, what would you do?
In my utopian society, it's not utopian.
If you had what you would you be in the garden, or would you be?
Yes, I would continue to do what I do. I would continue to build the garden business that I am building. I would continue to help my food pantries with food. I would continue to help donate to places while also making income from my garden, making income from the seeds. I would not change a single thing what I'm doing now.
Have you ever been
not a single thing?
Have you ever been a farmer?
I grew up on a farm, yes.
Okay, so did I. So you know that damn well they get up well before dawn and they don't go.
Don't act like I'm lazy. Don't act like I'm lazy.
I'm not.
I know the work that goes into being a part of society.
I'm making a point if you would let me.
Well, okay, make your point.
You know the amount of work. So then why can't you do that amount of work while we are in this society?
I already do that amount of work while we're in this
for
society.
Your family, but not for your community. You're not feeding your whole.
Oh my God! Yes, I do. You haven't seen my garden. Community. You haven't seen my garden content where I grow food for my food pantries, where I give food away to food, where I volunteer. I volunteer at community gardens. I volunteer at my school. I volunteer. I do contribute to my community.
But not.
I contribute to my community.
Not to the point.
I pay taxes with my income from TikTok as well. I do not earn an earned income tax credit. I don't get taxes back every year. I contribute to society because I'm on food stamps. I don't contribute to society enough for you.
I couldn't finish my point because you kept interrupting.
Well, your point's disrespectful, so I'm going to keep interrupting.
It's not disrespectful.
No, come on, guys.
It's like you. What's your point? What is your point?
My point
is you're saying I don't contribute to my community, but I do, and you believe I don't. So I don't know what we're supposed to be talking about.
More from that said contribution, right? That's fair because none of us are getting EBT, so you're getting more than I'm getting from that. Is that correct?
No, not at all. Because without that EBT, I would be fucking hungry. So what do you mean I'm getting more? Do you ever go to bed hungry? Do you ever go to bed hungry?
Yes.
Ever. Right now, right this very second, you go to bed hungry? Your food pantries want to see you. Your food pantries want to see you.
My food pantries don't. They can't afford it. They don't have it. This is the point that I'm making. Okay. You can't, if you can't put in the 100% of work that you need to put in into a utopian society.
I do. Just because it is not a 9-to-5 job. Just because it's not a 9-to-5 job.
How you are rage baiting people so that you can make a certain amount of money for gas so you can go get fingerprinted for a job.
No. It wasn't for gas. It was to pay for the fingerprints. It was to pay for the fingerprints. That was an unexpected fee. An unexpected fee. So I did some side hustle work.
Rage bait people on the internet.
But is it rage bait when it's true?
No.
My tone was rage bait.
No.
My tone is rage bait. But it was true.
So
I made that video because I needed the money to pay for the fingerprinting. And I made the money.
You rage bait people who are already
rage bait with a tone.
Sides. Okay.
Rage bait with a tone.
Have you ever thought about that?
You talk shit about me for your content. Have we ever thought about that? Who cares?
Every day.
You rage bait people to talk shit about me.
I don't give a fuck. That's the difference. I'm not out here trying to.
So that's hypocritical. So now you're being a hypocrite. So now we're disrespectful and a hypocrite.
Wait,
you're gonna come at me for my rage bait when it's just true. All I'm doing is changing my tone.
What do you mean she's talking?
Your entire content is making to just disparage me.
Not entire content. My entire content is going after Congress.
No, Cass, Shipwreck's been attacked from people calling out Israel and everything. People
I'm on both
going
sides.
After her.
Yeah, because she talks shit about other people. Like I
talk shit about government. I just talked about you.
I'm not the government. The fuck? I'm a poor mom.
That's what I think.
I'm a poor mom.
Drain on this society.
Okay. Matt, you're great. Thank you so much for this, Matt. I'm sorry this only lasted 15 minutes, but a drain on society when I work my ass off every fucking day. I spend I'm bye. Goodbye.
You both.
That was productive.
Well, no, you were doing good. And I mean, what? See, this is, you know what this is symbolic
Yeah,
to?
good though.
How we
That
are
was
right
fun,
now in the
yeah.
country.
15,
People don't, it's how we are right now. I mean, this is really symbolic to where we're at right now, like having a conversation.
Yeah, we got people that are trying to make it better, and we got people that want to stay where they are
Dude,
because they think they're entitled to it.
can we elaborate a little bit? Like, man, that sucks. I didn't want her to take off.
I kind of figured
I
this
don't think
wasn't
you
gonna
were
work.
attacking her. I don't
I
think
tried not to. I really did try not to be a dick. I could have been, but I really was trying not to be like a huge jerk. But I couldn't get a word in edgewise, and I think that's the big problem is, especially with people. And I'm not coming from a Democrat, Republican, but the mentality of the people on the left. This is a prime example of that. I couldn't get a word in edgewise. I couldn't get my point made without her interrupting and screaming and yelling. I feel like you can't have a conversation with some of these people. And young lady, if you're still watching, yes, you are a drain on this society, and you would be a drain in the next one as well. Your utopian society is only going to be as strong as the weakest member, and you are going to be the weakest member in that utopian society. You can't feed an entire community on your teeny tiny little garden outside your apartment building. You can't.
I think
it takes thousands of pounds of food, and you can't put in the work. You physically can't. You get free healthcare. You talk about all the time how you're going to the doctor. You get free healthcare. You get free food. You get all this stuff free. You don't contribute any. You send a few of your vegetables to the food pantry. A few, but people can't live on those. Your community can't live on what you're growing in your tiny little garden. It takes work, and it takes a lot. You're not contributing enough to be in a utopian society. The majority of the people who are out here who have jobs, they would be the ones that would be able to make it work because they can work through the hard times. They can work through the pain. They can work through the headaches. They can work through the kids being sick. You can't, and you won't. You've made video after video talking about it. You have to go to the doctor because you got knee pain. You got to go to the doctor because you're anxious. You got to go to the doctor because you got mental health is not a disability. It's not. We're all fucking mentally ill. We're all mentally ill. Yeah, the government probably did that to us. Okay, but it's our responsibility to do what we can to try and fix it. Could you imagine if every single person in America decided to quit their jobs and just go on benefits? We'd all have government cheese lines. It's the entitlement. It's the disrespect to the people that are putting in. Well, it's just 1%. We paid in $150 in taxes for EBT in the month or in the year of 2024. That's 1 week of groceries for my family, my boys.
Yeah, I don't think she knew that you're a mom too. I was trying to get to that. You're also a mom, and you have a, you know what I mean. I thought we could probably get on that, and how. Before I think somebody like you, before you're going to go ask for anything, you're going to really make sure that I'm going to try to do it myself. These are my kids, my family. And before I
learned a long time ago, you cannot depend on the government for anything. The best thing you can do is get yourself in a position to get off these benefits because it's going to get more and more volatile. It just is. They're going to take away the junk food. Okay, I am in agreement with that. But eventually it's going to be the lab grown meat. It is, because that's the next up and coming lobby.
No,
the only thing you're going to be able to buy is the lab grown meat, and that's not good for you.
But what did you say? Because you said something about mental health. She got really upset. Were you saying like, or she take it the wrong way? You're calling her stupid. What did you kind of?
I didn't call her anything. I called her irresponsible because I think she is. I think it's irresponsible to spend the little bit of SNAP that you have left on pumpkins. Period. Pumpkins, whether you're going to eat them or not. Okay, I get it. A turkey's $18 where you live. It's $13 where I live. Okay, but you spent $10 on pumpkins. You could have came up with that other $8 and got a turkey. Potatoes are $5. You could have bought potatoes and you could have bought gravy. Green bean casserole as a whole costs like $8 or $9 to make total, with just the bare basics. You could have planned ahead. Your kids deserve better. They deserve better role models. They will grow up, and as soon as they get that first job, and they find that there's a sense of pride in doing good work, whether they like the job or not. There's a sense of pride and accomplishment. They will probably not talk to her anymore as adults. And you can ask me how I know.
Well, but she said she grows her own food and she gives it back and donates, or is that not really, you don't think?
I don't know. Really... I think people can't live off tomatoes and cucumbers.
Well, that's true. And
is she growing? Is she getting up before dawn to milk cows, to help milk? Is she getting up before dawn and feeding the cows and feeding the pigs? Is she getting up before dawn and collecting eggs and then making everybody breakfast?
I get
She's
what you're
not.
saying.
That's
You're
the
right.
problem.
You're right. Oh
She's
man.
not. She's a drain on this society. She would be a drain on the utopian society as well, and it would fail.
This isn't. I'm having like weird feelings going into next month. Can you? First of all, you've been outspoken, and you know what, Cass? I hope you come back on. The link's still there if you want to join and tune in. But how are you feeling about going into the holiday season? I'm seeing all these videos, people saying they're going to
I feel
rob.
fine. We've been planning for the holiday season since September. We do every year. We set money aside. We plan out our meals. I plan out our plans for Thanksgiving and Christmas. We're fine. We don't, obviously I don't work for the government. So there's that. And I see the people, I don't work for the government. But we plan well ahead for holidays. I think the majority of working class does. We start thinking about it. As soon as school starts, we start kind of thinking about Christmas and Thanksgiving, and we start kind of socking a little money away for that and getting a plan together, which is also another reason people get so frustrated with the EBT, because they're all on internet crashing out because how are we going to pay for Thanksgiving when we've been planning for it since August, right? It's frustrating.
Now you
and I
mentioned
feel,
something.
yeah,
go on.
I feel like the shutdown feels different. I feel like it's going to last longer. The longest shutdown they had, I can't remember who it was, but it was 35 days.
We're at 19 now, or 20 days.
Yeah, we're at 19 now. I don't see them opening anytime soon. It doesn't look like they can agree on anything to get it open. I mean, we could hit that 35 days. I personally, I'm not affected. If they can keep paying the military with that, somebody explained what that, I don't really know what that is,
right.
But somebody explained it. It's some kind of military fund. If they can keep paying them and they can keep up on the WIC and keep paying the WIC program, because I support the WIC program 100%. Okay. But maybe with the SNAP, maybe they, instead of doing SNAP, they donate some of the tariff money to soup kitchens over the holidays so that they can prepare some more food. There's different things they can do, but I don't see it ending. I don't. At least not this week.
I'm telling you, this is how I don't want to think. I'm not trying to spread fear, but it's like a domino effect, a snowball effect. What if people start robbing and crime goes up? What if you're walking outside your store, you get robbed, you call the cops, you're put on hold calling 911. In that moment, you realize you're screwed. And now you're risking Trump to come have military come in or something because crime is going to get out of control. I mean, isn't that a possibility?
Order your groceries online and do curbside pickup.
But with that, like we talked earlier, how Walmart's prepping, is that all about this new world order we live in, getting us all to stay at home, order online, don't go outside your house? Is this all pushing us towards what a lot of us already thought was going to happen anyway? Is this all kind of happening? Like, you know what I mean? Like the perfect storm.
If the only reason you go out of your house is to go to the grocery store, you got more going on than not.
Okay, I know, but like,
I don't. I think, and I said this for a long time. And I'll say it here too. Way back when, I kind of had this realization that if you found out that the New World Order was the good guys, quote unquote, okay, would you support it? Like if you found out that the New World Order's target wasn't you, even though it felt like us because we were the ones getting censored and we were the ones getting raided and all that shit, but we weren't the ones that were really affected. We didn't take the vaccine, so we're not having issues, right? We didn't stay home when the mandate orders came. Most of us went out and did normal everyday things. In Iowa, we were only shut down for 2 weeks, and then we went out. It was fine. We didn't cut off our boobs and change our internal organs so that we couldn't have babies, right? We don't believe in abortion, so we don't abort our babies when we have them. Everybody thinks that the New World Order is about the left, but really it was about creating this next generation of people. Look at Gen Alpha. Look at what Charlie Kirk was doing with that I don't think it's Alpha. I think there's some millennials, but look what Charlie Kirk is doing with that generation, right? Trad wives was a thing. Most women now, they're really excited. They want to stay home. They want to find good men who will provide for them so they can stay home with their kids and they can cook. Like this is becoming a fad again. And it's becoming cool again to be a Christian. It's becoming cool again to go to church. It's not for me, but other people. It's becoming cool again. What's that?
The New World Order is hacking us right now. We're having some glitches. Now, listen, I know we got a lot of stuff going on, and maybe I'll be able to get Cass on a future show. But while I have you here, I just want to ask a couple things that are related to you and what you've been going through, speaking out like you do. One of the things was recently somebody said they wanted to sue you or something. You don't have to go elaborate so much on the person and stuff, but
I added it to the pile. I've got a bunch.
Why? What's going on
Well,
here?
the first few were for COVID and the mess. I went after some doctors on TikTok, and those videos went viral. And they all three of them sent me a cease and desist on Instagram, how they were making fun of their patients. It wasn't okay. Anyway, so there was that. And then this last one, because I talked about the honey traps. So basically, what it is foreign nations or government or CIA or whoever, if they want to push like a narrative, they will hire these honey traps. These honey traps are the ones that they post like thirst traps, like, OnlyFans models, but like not fully
Right.
unclothed.
Yep.
But in the middle of all of that, they will post propaganda. And so that's what a lot of this was about. And I called a lot of it out. And she got real upset and she sent me a cease and desist. But by then, I mean, the video only had like 1 million views. And so and half the people, like I said in my comments, didn't even know what the hell I was talking about. So it was kind of silly to send a cease and desist over the internet, but it is what it is. You sent it. I don't own anything, obviously. So if you sue me, you get my car. And I love my car. I don't want to give that up. So.
But I thought it was really unprofessional of them because they just went and tried to cut down your looks and try to go that angle and try to break you down like that, which it didn't even phase you. But I thought that was just kind of like kiddie shit. Like, okay,
yeah, if you're gonna be a personality on the internet, the first thing you got to learn is to not take shit personally. And I don't. I take the criticism and the feedback that I get from like my solid OG followers, and they know who they are, and I know who they are, right? I'll take their criticism and feedback, like they're in my ex comments right now, like to make sure you stay calm and don't get combative. And I'll take their feedback all day long. But anybody else, I don't even look at. Like I don't even read most of my comments. I just don't. Because the first thing that they'll do is they'll attack your looks or they'll call you names and it's just like, we're done. Like I that's not an argument. You lost the argument at that point. So it doesn't matter to me. I'm America first, period. Nothing race. I'm not even going to get into that. I'm America first. If you are an American, I am you first. If you are a blue collar, hardworking American who again is getting fucked from both sides, okay, from the poor people who are getting all the free benefits that you don't qualify for, or to the Israel people who are telling you you're un-American if you don't stand with Israel. I stand with those people because I feel like they don't have representation, and that sucks. Like the poor people had the Biden administration for representation. They were the ones that were giving them all the stuff, right? All those COVID things that carried on over. And then you got the Israel people who are paid by AIPAC, and supported by AIPAC. And we're all out here. Like there's a large coalition of us out here, who are just in the middle, who don't have time to sit and try and figure everything out. So we just, because they have to go to work, and then at night they've got kids and they've got homework and they've got too much going on to try and figure things out. So I stand with those people. And those people are extremely frustrated. They don't feel represented by anybody, nobody in Congress. They don't really feel there's the questioning now if they feel like they're represented by Trump at all. They just don't feel like anybody cares about them. We care about the poor people and they're not getting their EBT. And then we care about Israel, who gets free housing, free school, and all the stuff that she wants for America. That we can't afford it. We just can't. But then you got these people in the middle that are they're the ones paying for it, which is, I think, the most frustrating thing. The people that are paying for it aren't getting any benefit from it, aren't even getting accoladed for it, aren't even getting a thanks from anybody. I've never heard Israel say thank you. Thank you to the American taxpayer, right? I've never heard anyone on even like TikTok and their rage bait and their carts full of junk food and Alani and energy drinks and sodas and Hershey bars, and nobody. Thank you. How about a thank you? How about we all just stop paying taxes and y'all just figure it out? That's where I want to go. Like, I think we should just stop paying taxes, period. But who's going to, they'll make examples out of some of us, and a lot of us can't afford it. And that's the problem. It's constitutionally, it's in the Constitution, like taxation. We're not supposed to be paying this much in taxes. It's ridiculous. And we've got nobody representing us. Nobody is the middle class first. Nobody is. I've never heard anybody say it. Ted Cruz is out here. He ran for Senate to be Israel first. That son of a bitch. And then you've got the majority of people with their food stamps were on the Democrat campaign, and the Democrats were catering to them. And it's like, we've got nobody. No, there's no middle class first people out here. And I live in a town full of these people, and it sucks. It sucks for them. I hate it. And they just feel like they've been left behind by everybody. And in my opinion, they are the American poors. They may not be homeless, okay? They may not be jobless, but they are the American poors. And I stand with them and I speak for them because they're sick of shit and they're sick of having it rubbed in their faces from the food stamp people, and they're sick of having it rubbed in their faces from Israel, and they're sick to death. They're just trying to take care of their own families and maybe put a little into savings, maybe buy a house. They can't even do that right now. And all we can talk about now is how Israel needs our help, or how there's no EBT in November. Like, it's fine. So I don't know where he went. I'm big. Where'd you go? Did he go to the bathroom? I can take the show over. It's fine. What's up? I can't see the chat though. What's up? Oh, is it over? Am I gone? What's happening? Oh, I'm back.
Oh yeah, I am so sorry.
He's having internet
big
issues.
storm, dude. You're great. You were able to hold it down. I've been gone for offline for like a minute or two.
Oh, yeah,
Oh
I
my
got this.
gosh, thank you.
I do this a lot. Come watch me on Badlands Media Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Oh man, sorry. I don't even know what you've been saying, but you're still here.
Okay.
Are you here? Hello?
I am here.
Crap.
I'm glad it's your internet, not
You're
mine.
still here.
I am here.
Oh, damn internet. Damn rain.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
You sent me
man.
a message. That's all
You're
right.
here still?
We can wrap it.
Oh man. Internet. Shipwreck. Thank you.
Yes. You're very welcome.
Damn it. I just wanted to say one more thing because okay, Ian, before I cut out, because Ian Carroll, he seems like a genuine real dude, like really cares about the people, and people trust him just like you. People trust you. Your word, you have a responsibility. And the responsibility is to stay true to yourself and to always, speak the truth. Is Ian Carroll one of those people? Because it feels like he is. And I mean, you talk to him.
I can't speak for Ian Carroll. I've only we did the one show together. He came on my show, and I felt like it was a great show. I could talk to him all day long. Like, he's super interesting guy, super smart, super in the know about things that are going on. As far as if I stand here and pretend like I know him inside and out and what he's really all about, I can't say for sure. From my experience, my very limited experience with him, very genuine guy. He's pushed me out on his platform a couple times, like on X, to try and get me to find some more people. So, in my experience, been a very genuine guy. That's pretty much that. So,
and well, it's going to take a lot. All it would take, people like these Aiden Rosses and I Show Speeds, all it would take is some of these big people with their big platforms to really kind of, instead of entertaining and keeping people away, dropping some truth bombs and start waking people up. It would just be a ripple effect. But it seems like people don't want to lose their money and they don't care. It just seems like nobody cares. I mean, you care, he cares, I care, but it just seems like people that are in a position where they can really turn the ship.
Are they in a position where they can though? I think I've been thinking a lot about that too, because we've been down the rabbit holes of blackmail and putting congressmen and senators in positions that could potentially be used as blackmail. So there's a lot of that. And I try to think about that when I rage out at some of these people. But some of these congressmen, like specifically the women, you don't have to post those selfies, young lady. You don't have to do that. Okay, you don't have to pretend you're an influencer. You don't have to post yourself in your pajamas. Nobody's blackmailing you to do that. So let's stop, because it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to us as a country. And same for the Democratic side. You got that purple-haired old lady. I don't know what her name is. She's made like 17 TikToks in the last 4 days. Okay, you're embarrassing. You're embarrassing my country, my red, white, and blue proud country. It's embarrassing. And it's gross. And people are sick of it. And I'm sick of it because you're not working. And you know what? Keep the government shut down. But stop posting selfies. Stop.
Yeah.
It's people are. I mean, people can't afford shit right now. Okay, people are having a hard time. People can't buy houses. People don't know. The SNAP and EBT. I get it. I don't think Cass deserves it, but I do know that there's people out there that that do need it, that are legitimately in hardship. Okay. But even then they only get $26 or $30, right?
Right.
There are people that are in those positions and you're posting selfies. I can't. It makes me mad. I could go on a whole hour about this.
With Trump too, let's don't get me wrong. The memes are funny, but don't you think it gets to a point where, people are going, wouldn't the memes be a lot funnier if a lot of Americans weren't in a rough spot? It feels
I
like
see the memes as bread and circuses. Like I'll take them. And then if I'm not in the mood to take them, then I don't. Right. Like I love the Harry Sisson one. I was here for that. Fuck that kid. Right. I mean, seriously, I'll take it. I'll take my win when I can get it. Right. But yeah, I think that's a big part of it too. But again, this isn't Trump. There's a lot of, and especially on the left, right? There's a lot of confusion. Not a lot. There's confusion. They're all blaming Trump. Everyone's mad at Trump. We're not getting our EBT because Trump. The government shut down because Trump. This is Congress. This is Mike Johnson. This is Anna Paulina Luna. This is Nancy Mace. All of my favorite people to talk about. This is all them. Okay, this is the Democrats, which I don't even know what the difference is anymore, right? This is Congress. You need to direct your anger at Congress because as soon as everybody starts directing their anger at Congress, that's when shit's going to start to change. Okay. Now, Trump, he can do executive orders and he has been. Okay. He funded WIC. He funded the military. The SNAP. People had asked, why doesn't he just use tariff money? If I were Trump, I wouldn't. I'd let the program run out and then I wouldn't bring it back until after the new implications were going to be met in January.
Like,
I'm so sorry.
Take it all off, close it all down.
I say shut it down. It's because of all of the fraud, waste, and abuse. Not just the fraud, waste, and abuse that I saw and that I posted about in the food stamp files, but just as a whole, there was a ton of it. There are too many kids in their 20s on food stamps who are home all day making TikToks. Like, go find a job. Go find a job and pay for your own food, right? I think shut it all down and then reopen it back up under the new guidelines. But what I would do if I were Trump with November and the holidays coming up, okay, I would push tons of money to soup kitchens, food pantries. I would give them a little bit of a bonus. I would create other avenues for people to go and get at least their holiday dinners and stuff. Okay. That's what I would do. Then it's regulated. Then okay, you're getting a turkey. You're not getting a 24-pack of Coke, right? You're getting, mashed potatoes and gravy. You're not getting Alani in a 32-pack. It's more regulated that way. And that kind of helps people at least be able to get through the holidays. That's what I would do. But again, I'm not Trump. I don't know. So, and he could do that.
I have some videos on my desktop of people bragging about going to these pantries and like, hey, man, if they cut off my EBT, I can go get furniture and all this kind of, it's not like somebody who needs it. It feels like they're just taking advantage. And also a lot of food places, banks, people that work these see people coming in with nice, expensive cars, not saying everybody, because that's what's messed up, right? We don't want to blanket everybody because there are people that need it. And how shitty would you feel if you lost your job? You never asked the government for a damn thing, but now you just need a little bit of help and they're not there. And I'll tell you, in my 20s.
I cried in my car when it happened because that's what happened to me.
Well, you also would. I mean, I was in a bad spot in my 20s. Dude, they told me I only had enough for bread and milk. I remember the guy real quick. I had to watch a video, take a test. All I had was a Kia Soul. And the guys just said, well, you get $10 a month. That's enough for bread and milk. And I remember, I swear to you, I go, bread and milk? He goes, yeah, bread and milk. I go, bread and milk. He goes, yeah, bread and milk. I go, keep it. And I remember I went out and hustled some pot. But anyway, I just said, no, I don't want.
I didn't even. I went and filed for WIC after my third kid was born. I went and filed for WIC because he was on a formula called Nutramigen because I couldn't breastfeed. So he was on Nutramigen, very expensive formula. And we were getting by, but as he got older and he started to drink more, he needed more. And so I went and filed for WIC and they turned me down flat. I was making $50,000 a year, roughly. My husband was making a little, like about 50. We were making about, which sounds like a lot, looks like a lot, seems like a lot
but
on paper. Not. But it wasn't because we're also paying for insurance and we're also paying for, our rent was like $1,200 a month.
Let me just pause you right there, Shipwreck. I'm married, you're married, but damn, you do not look like a mom who's had 3 kids, dude. You look like you're in your early 30s. Sorry, I'm just saying.
That's all right.
3 kids.
No, I had my first kid at 19 and then did not get any government assistance from them. My dad stepped in and helped a lot. Um, and then our second kid, and everything was fine. My husband had gotten a better job. When we found out we were pregnant with the second kid, my husband went out and found a better job because he knew it was going to cost more. So we did that. And then the third kid was a surprise because I had had a tubal ligation and it had failed. And so we ended up with 2 years later, our third kid. And no, they turned me down. And I cried in my car and I had to call my dad, who was and I was like, I don't know what we're going to do. He's going through 2 cans a week. They're $60 a pop. Our grocery budget was $150 a week. Like we weren't, and they turned me down
a week. And these people are getting thousands of like every 2 weeks, it seems.
And
like.
I didn't need any of the food. I said, I just need help with the formula. I called my dad, called the doctor's office, and they gave me a bunch of samples to try and get us by. But we actually ended up just starting him on like baby food and stuff early because we couldn't afford to keep him on it. And it worked out fine. He's fine. He plays football now. He's a good kid. But I think that's a big part. That's a big part of why I get super frustrated with this when I see people bragging about it too. It's like, I didn't need all that. I just needed 2 extra cans a month. And they turned me down. But they're giving you thousands of dollars. And that makes me so mad. And it makes me more mad because you're out here bragging about it on the internet and recruiting people. But then in the same breath, you're going to get mad because the government's telling you what you can and can't buy. And she's like, we could vote into it. No,
not that easy.
It's not that easy. If it was that easy, you would be here now, right? I mean, I think you should shut the whole program down until the new restrictions take place. And I think you should fund some of these soup kitchens. I think you can fund, you should fund some of these food pantries. And just give a big amount to each food pantry and let people go and get stuff. Because the food pantries are struggling too. So if you are currently on EBT and you are in danger of not getting that check next month and you think you're going to be able to rely on your local food pantry, don't. Because they're already sending notices. They're already sending them. They're not going to have enough. Please don't wait until the last minute to go to a food pantry and hope that you're going to get something. Please do something else. Find something else. Plan for something else. Sell stuff on Facebook Marketplace. You need about $50 for your Thanksgiving dinner. $50 will get you everything that you need, roughly. Okay? Just don't plan on that because they're going to, and then with the military too, if they don't get paid, a lot of military families will go to soup kitchens and food pantries to help keep their family fed until their checks start coming back in. Please don't wait.
Cass just looked like she was, I'm not trying to justify, the way, but it looks like she's stressed. I know you're saying, well, who cares? A lot of people are stressed. People have to go to work and still have to go. You know what I mean? I get it just felt like and I don't know, maybe it's just having, I don't know. I feel bad, but I don't know, but I don't know. Like, I get what you're saying, and I agree with you though. And and people would tell me, "How can you be so callous and cruel?" Well, because I deserve a pumpkin. I deserve to do this. Okay, I deserve. Right. You want to rage bait people on the internet, but then you want to get pissed off at me because I respond with the same energy, only in a different topic. Like, man, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's not okay. It's not okay for you to rage bait these people that are getting fucked from the government from both sides raw. It's not okay. And I think you should get more hate for that if that's the case. I think you should take a break from social media and you should self-reflect. I feel like right now, like, I know it sounds cheesy, kumbaya. I seen your post. Maybe I'll hold off going to church because there was some guy at a church, a preacher that was supposed to give a woman an X amount of dollars and they gave less. And it kind of like, I don't know the whole story. But
I ain't got $1,200 to give no fucking church. Are you high? Your tithe, that's all misconstrued too. Like, your tithing is supposed to go towards the poor. Like, you bring it to the church and the church gives it to the poor. If instead of giving tithing to your church, just go donate it to your local food pantry or donate it to your local homeless shelter or donate it to, and that's my stance on the church. I could get into the church too, but I don't really want to today.
Okay. No. Okay. Here's another one. Yeah. I'm pro cannabis. I think there's a lot of benefits with Rick Simpson.
No guns
we
can
go on for day. Yeah, but so what's going on in here? This is ridiculous. And this is Laura Ingraham. Laura Ingraham, 3 weeks ago, did some reefer madness. She said the most deadliest thing Americans have to worry about is cannabis, not fentanyl, not OxyContin, not prescription drugs.
Cannabis came from God. I think I trust that more than I trust anything that man ever made. So I don't smoke, me personally. But I don't agree with you having to give up your Second Amendment if you want to smoke. I don't agree with that either. I've never seen somebody who was hired and shit shoot somebody else on dope, right? But I have seen plenty of drunk people and bullets fly in a bar. So if you're going to then you better keep that same energy for anybody that's been arrested for DUI or anybody that even just drinks occasionally Like, if we're going to go that far, it's just another excuse for them to take your guns. It just is. They want your guns. They want your guns because they want your speech. Do you hear me? Anybody that's listening anywhere, they want your guns because they want your speech. Because an unarmed nation is a controlled nation. And you wouldn't be able, they would have came and taken your first day like straight out from under you if you didn't have your guns. Somebody asked me in the comments, they were all fired up for a while why the military was only going into blue cities. Do you ever remember seeing that?
Yeah.
So people were pissed. They're like, why is he only going into blue states and blue cities? Well, don't you remember when they did the firearm buyback back in like 2021 and you all turned in your guns and we all did not because we lost them in boating accidents? It happens, right? So now the military can come into your city and they can do whatever the fuck they want because all the good guys gave up their guns for Walmart gift cards. Nonetheless. Now, I agree with what's going on because a lot of the people that live in those cities are very thankful that this happened, right? So I do agree. And I agree with the people that live there. I can't really comment one way or another because I don't live there, right? It's not my decision.
Well,
but
dude, I lived in LA. I had Antifa trans people stalk me and my wife, take pictures of her in the shower. They came after me, after my parents. I had to go to court, pay all this money. It's almost like there ain't no justice. They want these people to be able to do this to you. Then you have to go pay money, go to court, and then you win, but then you still lose because you have to relocate. You lost all this money. I mean, dude, it's weird time to even be able to speak your mind. It's have you ever had anybody come after? I hope not, because it's not good. I've been doxxed.
Yeah, I've been doxxed. I've been doxxed. You ever heard of the band called Trapped? Back off, I'll take you.
Oh yeah, Chris. I interviewed Chris Brown. Do you not like
good
him?
For you. He doxed me, that son of a bitch.
Wait,
put my
what?
shit out on the internet.
Wait.
Because he
Trapped from Chris Brown? He doxed you?
Yeah. Fuck that guy. Sorry. If he's been on
No,
the show.
don't be sorry. I mean,
yeah. Because he was like, hey, listen, men can't rape women. Or women can't rape men, or women can't rape boys or something because boys like it.
Because they're older.
He was talking about teachers essentially and young boys, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, that's pedophilic. What are you doing? Yes, they can. If anybody touches my kid, I'm gonna burn her whole house down, right? And all I got is boys. So I'm very well versed in this subject. And he came at me fucking hard. Threatened lawsuits, put my fucking information out there. And I was like, whatever, dude.
When I interviewed him a couple of years ago, he was so disappointed that he was taking off all these platforms. But then it's like, dude, and which you now just ring a bell. I mean, bro, what? Mm-hmm. It's almost like that's karma. Then if that guy did that, which I believe you,
then, he did. I got the tweets.
Well, no, I'm just saying that's messed up. You can't go dox somebody and then start whining about people not booking you, people doing this and this to you. I mean, dude, I'll go listen to some songs for nostalgia purposes, but no, that is totally out of line if you did that. And that's messed up.
Yeah, that was okay. That's fine. I'm over it. But I've had dog shit sent to my house. Like I've had my shit put out on the internet. I've been all kinds of stuff. My kids at school, their address was put out on the internet by some people. And I used to engage. I used to get real fucking fired up about things, right? And there was this one lady. She was really bad. And this was a long time. This was like 2021, 2020, 2019, 2020. She was really bad. She was going after my kids. She was going after me. She was constantly my comments. I'd block her. She'd come from a new one. And in the beginning too, I wasn't great because I would go back at her. Right. And we'd go back and forth. And eventually I got to a point to where I'm like, you know what? Because I kind of looked at her life. Like her life as a whole was just kind of shitty. It seemed like it just wasn't. She just didn't look like she was in a really good space. And so I stopped. I just muted her. I blocked her. My content kind of shifted too into something more serious and less combative with that. And so I stopped. I just kept blocking her every time she came up, and I just kept blocking her. And then the last video she did was of her getting like her 3rd or 4th vaccine. I think it was her 3rd COVID vaccine. And she tagged me in it. She was in her car and she was so proud of herself. And I just didn't respond. I blocked her again. And like a month later, she died.
Whoa.
Yeah. She had a heart attack from what I heard or what I read. And I was kind of done with a lot of that after that, because it was like, yeah, we can talk shit online, but they are real people at the end of the day. And like with the CassBenelliesGardens, like, yeah, I'm pissed. I don't want to see her die though. Like, don't, you know what I mean? Don't go get the vaccine. Just don't.
Well, don't call you a racist too. I don't think
that's, she's and all that is just emotion. All that is just emotion. But these are real people that die. And I said some pretty horrible things to her in the beginning, before I blocked her. because we're going back and forth. Like it was just one of those internet things. And you don't think a lot of it, but they die. Real people left behind a real family, real kids. She was older, but her kids are older. She died of a heart attack. And I was like, fuck, well. And then I just kind of stopped for a long time after that.
It weighs on your soul, right? Because that's
Yeah,
not who
it
you are
kinda
as a
did.
person. You're not an evil. You're not a mean
Right.
person.
I'm
You're
really
good
not.
people.
I know Cass probably thinks I am. And I'm not meaning to be disrespectful. It's just the tone of my voice probably comes out that way. I'm not disrespectful. You just feel disrespected. And that's a difference. Like I'm pointing out, because mental health, mental health is not a disability. If it was, we'd all be on disability.
Yeah,
right? We'd all be getting disability benefits. It's not. It's something you got to work on and you got to work through. And it's directly correlated to the food that you eat, most of it. I'm a firm believer in that. So if you're out here eating junk and you're mentally ill, try cutting the junk. Try just eating meat for like a week and see how you feel. You'll notice a huge difference in your sleep. It's so hard though, because I like my good bread, but
yeah, you bake a lot of recipes. Everybody should
Yeah.
go subscribe and get your exclusive content that they just can't get on X because you got some. I mean,
I make
you're
good
always
stuff.
something
Yeah.
up. Do
I
you
make
think
my
a couple
kids good stuff.
questions right here, and then I'll cut you loose. One, do you think you and even myself included, and people that make content on these platforms where people watch, do you think there's like a code that's not written, but it's like a unwritten law? Like we have a responsibility to, everybody, even on the right, rage baiting just to get clicks and views. Do we have a responsibility to be mindful about what we put out into the ether and to know, to be truthful, be honest, be ourselves? I mean, do we have a responsibility? Because I try to.
I think
feel
you
like
do.
I do.
I think we do. And myself, like, I think we do have a responsibility to be aware that these are real people. Like, these are real life people, and we need to be conscious of that. On the other hand, we also need to be very aware that we're not motherfucking doormats either. And you're not going to get to talk to me that way just because you think that you can. Like, there's a line, right? There's a line. And I'm conscious of you. That doesn't mean that I agree with your position. That doesn't mean that I even like you or even, want to tolerate being in your space, or you don't. I want to see you eat, but not at my table and not at the expense of the taxpayer dollars. Period. Like that needs to change. You need to change something. You need to get off the system. And you want a utopian society, you need to get off the system and build that utopian society then for just your family. Have it start there. Stop getting government benefits, figure out another way to do it, and build a utopian society in your house. Right? Why can't you do that? Why do you need government assistance? And then you want to complain that they're taking away your ability to buy junk food. Well, that's because you put yourself in a position to be controlled by the government. I can go buy all the junk food I fucking want. Okay? Because I saved money. I save money. I put money away. I don't, because both my kids play sports constantly. They can't eat a lot of junk food. It's not good for them. So, but we just, it's just frustrating. It's frustrating to see it. It's frustrating to see the entitlement. And while we're all out, like I said, out here just getting raped from both sides. Like, and I feel for those people. I know a lot of like women right now, they quit their jobs. They want to be stay-at-home moms. And so instead of immediately going on benefits, they built a budget and they started making meals from scratch and they break, and that's, why can't we have more of that?
Oh, well, in high school, we used to have home ec and stuff. They took all that out. They should teach you how to
we
can
have it here.
food and
We have
stuff.
it here. Our boys
do?
my boy has to go through it next semester. He's not super excited about it, but I'm like, they teach him how to sew. They teach him how to read recipes. They teach him like a bank card and how to use a bank. I don't know if it's new,
Wow.
but I know my oldest did not have that, but my middle kid does in middle school.
Oh,
So
you're
I
middle.
had it
I'm a
growing
middle child. Go middle children. The
Yeah.
black. I mean, middle. I mean, I'm the black sheep of my family. They're so far left, which I love my family. But have you always been this way? Like in the right way of like in right?
No, I was a
politics?
Democrat. I voted for Obama. Like a
I
dumbass.
got Duke too in 2008. I got the shirt that said hope on it and stuff.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought,
Oh my God, the first black president. This is so awesome. We're so progressive.
yeah.
Forget that he
knocked-
bombed a bunch of people every 90 seconds.
I got knocked in the face by a big black guy years ago, and I remember the first thing I said after I got hit. I said, "I voted for Obama. We should be like brothers." I really meant it though. I didn't mean to be mean.
Right.
I was like, in my mind, I really thought that just because I voted for Obama, that anybody that's black was just going to be cool with me.
I'm probably gonna be independent after all this though.
Thomas Massey. What do you think about him? Is he?
I'm not decided on. We're mutuals, but he follows like a ton of people just because I like to keep up, right? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Massey. And if chat can shed some light, I don't understand the war going on between him and Trump. Everybody says he votes for Democrats, but whenever he does vote for something or doesn't vote for something, he puts out a very long tweet explaining why he's not going to vote for something. Some of it I don't agree with. Some of it I do. He's got a bill currently sitting on the floor of Congress that would do something with the regulations for local ranchers and would open up local ranchers in your area to be able to sell you beef at a very cheap rate. Like it would benefit them to do so. So you could go and buy beef from a farmer, ground beef from a farmer, and it would be cheaper for you and it would in turn help them, right? That bill is sitting on the floor and he introduced it and they won't even look at it. We're paying like $10 a pound of ground beef. And now they want to bring ground beef from Argentina.
Yeah.
I don't do that. We got friends that raise cows. Okay. We got like 4 families around here that raise cows. My husband works in another family that raises cows. We buy from them. Listen to me. There are local farmers in your area that are dying to sell to you. They are dying to sell to you. They just don't know. You just have to go find them because they can't market in grocery stores. They can't sell their stuff in grocery stores because it's not regulated by the FDA or something. I don't know. So you have to buy directly from them. So you buy it and then they send it to, it's very easy. You set it all up, you buy it from them. It ranges like for us in Iowa, it's a little cheaper, I suppose, than it would be a lot of places. But for us in Iowa, our half a cow costs $1,300. No, our half cow cost $993, cost about $300 or $400 for processing. So we spent about $1,400 and it carried us through almost the whole summer.
Oh,
that
wow.
was steaks, ground beef,
hamburger, spaghetti sauce.
Oh my God. We got so many roasts. I saved all my roasts for this winter because we're going to have roast every week, right? We got so many steaks and it all came in when it all came out in the wash. It was about no, it was less than that. It was, I can't remember the math, but it was cheap. It was super cheap. I want to say it was like $3 or $4 a pound for everything. Now that's your steaks and everything too. So it's not just ground beef, but go find a farmer. Okay. And then they already know who the local butchers are. They'll hook you up. Okay. And then you pay the farmer and then you pay the butcher and then you go pick it up in laundry baskets and you take it home and you put it in your deep freeze and then you are covered for like a whole season. It's the best meat. It's red and it's not slimy and it's not, it's incredible. I will never go back. We'll never go back to grocery store meat as long as I'm alive. It's like, I won't eat it. I cannot eat it.
Donald Trump, he posted a video talking about buying the meat from this other country. And honestly, that's not very America first. And also, from my understanding, the way we became such a powerhouse, it was because of ranchers
and that's close to my heart here in the great state of Iowa. I'm a big fan of farmers and ranchers.
But isn't that the root of the country too? I thought it was like the cattle ranchers. That's how we made our money before the oil and stuff. I thought that's a
lot of people are not happy with Trump 2.0.
Dude, he fumbled the Epstein list. He feels like it is
again, but that was the Epstein stuff wasn't necessarily him. That was
I know, but I don't think he diddled kids, but I think he's protecting some people. And I think the whole Charlie Kirk, I think JD Vance is the Trojan horse ushered in. If Charlie Kirk really did introduce JD Vance to Donald Trump, and if Donald Trump really did introduce Erica Kirk to Charlie Kirk, something is bigger. This whole thing with Charlie is just still got my head wrapped around. I can't wrap my head around it, and it's just making me go insane.
Right. Well, you're not going to get information from Charlie Kirk from the Trump or anybody in his administration, the DOJ. That's why, I encourage people to watch Candace and Tucker because I think they were the ones. I think they each play a role in this. I think the whole thing with Kirk is kind of one big
psyop or something.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Just given the amount of people that immediately ran back to their faith, like jumps in Bible sales and church going and making Christian cool again, being Christian cool again, right?
Which is cool. More people being closer to God. I'm cool with that. But it feels like, is that really true? That arena was rented out 4 months before?
I don't know.
JD,
I know all of that. See, but there's too many holes in the story for
the people like Charlie going like this, the guy jumping up, the guy saying,
"Yep." I think the whole thing was probably psyop. I hesitate, but I think Candace and Tucker, specifically Candace. Just because, she goes hard about things, but this was like a different kind of hard. I think she plays a pivotal role in this. I think people are supposed to listen to her.
Okay.
And I think people are supposed to, and that's up to you. Obviously, I don't care.
I like her.
I don't need Candace Owens to tell me that something's hinky in funky town, right? I don't. I can see it I see it from here. Like I can see it. Like, why is Netanyahu addressing our nation again in the next, 2 weeks? Like, we get it, bro. Like, shut up. We get it. You didn't have anything to do with it. You said it 1,000 times. Nobody asked you. Why are you here? And I think Candace has a role to play in this. I think Tucker's got a role to play in it. I think eventually it'll all be revealed. But I think it's going to be a while. And people are impatient. I'm impatient. I get it. So, but I think it's going to be a while. I think the whole thing is going to crash soon. Everything, because everything seems to be coming to the head. Government shutdown. We got the Charlie Kirk stuff. We got the Epstein list, which is not going away. It's just not. Why is nobody being held accountable? Insider trading within Congress. It's all going to come to a head. Taxes, tariffs.
People don't care. Don't we have to bring trust back? And is it one way to bring trust back into the justice to hold people accountable?
I'll never, ever, ever, never, ever trust ever again.
Okay, so you're saying you can love your country but hate your government is what you're saying. I love my country.
I love my country. I love the people in my country. I love the good, hardworking Americans in my country. But no. Look how much we don't need Congress. Look at what's going on. Yeah, okay, you might not get your EBT, but there was a lot of fraud, waste, and abuse in the EBT. So, okay, most people aren't super upset about that. Okay, they just aren't. Take it or leave it. I don't care. Okay, military got paid. WIC got paid. Babies were taken care of. Right. Okay, so those things got paid. National parks are closed, and because they're going to be short-staffed because of the shutdown, it may open them up to vandalism. Well, okay, but like, what did you do during COVID when you shut down national parks and didn't let me? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, go walk around your house. I don't know what to tell you. Like, that's not a huge concern, I think, of people right now trying to put food on the table. Most people can't afford the gas to get there. Right? Gas is supposed to come down. I haven't checked today what it is, but I think it's all going to crash. We got a mothership coming in November, like from the space. We got a second moon. Did you see that yesterday? So apparently NASA's like, hey,
what's going on? Hold on, man. What are you talking about? 3 moons, 2 moons.
2 moons. Yeah, there's a moon that rotates around the sun that follows the same track according to NASA, follows the same track as the moon that we got. People have been screaming that there's been 2 moons for years and years and years and years, right? Outside of the small building.
It's like it's like we're stretching like Armstrong here. It's like we got Charlie Kirk, rabbit hole, psyop. It's like we're all over. It's like how like is this is like, you know what I mean? Like the way I'm. That's how we are. So
I think it's gonna crash. I think a lot of people are gonna be heavily affected by it. I think people that depended on the government for long periods of time, or maybe like that generational welfare, I think they're going to be affected heavily by it. I think that's going to be a huge slap in the face, huge wake up call, because everything's just going to crash. And it might not. They might get together. They were supposed to vote yesterday. I don't know if it failed. They might get together this week and open it back up. But boy, I just don't think it will. It just feels different. He's talking about defunding all of these programs. Some of them already have been during the shutdown, just going to defund them and be done with it. So I feel like they're using this time that the government is shut down in order to look through all of these programs in order to defund a lot of them. And then we'll open back up when they feel like they've got a good handle on the programs that are important and necessary. But we'll see. Who knows?
Okay, well, let's leave it on a positive note. You mentioned recently that Christmas is around the corner and how you're already getting started and you want to, you know what I mean? You're going to enjoy this time coming up. So even if the sky is falling at Shipwreck's home, the ceiling won't be caving in. So tell us what we can look forward to seeing with you and what the rest of the year, what if I just found out about Shipwreck and I'm going to go follow you on X and see what you do. And what do you mean you get exclusive content? Can you just, before we end this thing, what you finish on doing and where can people find you? And you know what I mean? Just tell us if I don't know who the hell you are, but man, I like what you're saying today.
The primary place you can find me is going to be on X, and that's just at Shipwreck Show. That's find me there. You'll find me everywhere else. I also run a Substack, and then my X paid subscribers. There we do like meal planning and I do recipes and do different meal videos on a budget. So if you're struggling that way, I can show you how to stretch a meal. I do that. I mainly talk about politics. And I mainly just get pissed off the more that I talk about politics, because then the more and more I understand and I see that it's fake, because it's all fake. None of it's real. If the government shutdown was such a detrimental thing to the American people, then why is our congressman posting selfies of themselves? I feel like there'd be more of a sense of urgency. So the whole thing is fake. It's all fake and gay. And that's pretty much what you're going to get. Like, we're going to cruise the rest of this together. We're going to see what happens. And then we're going to go to there from there. And hope for the best. So, and that's it. That's what you get. You just get me. I don't really have anything. I'm just me.
But you're also on Twitch or something too. You had some kind of I don't know contract, but you're working also with on Rumble.
Badlands. Yeah. Is it Badlands Media? So on Wednesday nights, I do a show on Badlands Media, which has also been pretty controversial this week, but I don't give a fuck. So that's Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. And we just talk about the week. We talk about what is. I think I had Ian Carroll on last week to talk about Charlie Kirk and all that stuff that's going on with him. This week's just going to be me. I don't know. We might talk about this show, and we might talk a little bit more about the food stamp files and all that stuff. I might bring that back into play. We can talk about the government shutdown. I don't like congressmen at all. A lot of them, most of them. We just talk a little bit about everything. And the Badlands thing, I don't know. I got nothing to do with me. Like, I'm just a business working with another business.
No, it's great. You're growing your brand.
Yeah, I know. That just got real controversial this week. And I'm like, they're like, well, it's just a business. Well, I'm a business too. And it was good business, and it's still good business. And so I love all the people at Badlands, all the people in the comments. They're great. Like, they're fucking phenomenal people. They welcome me with open arms, and they support them, and they support me. And it's just, it's a really good time. We have a lot of fun Wednesday nights. It's one of my favorite things to do in terms of the social media stuff, is to sit down with all of them and just kind of go through things that are going on. And that's it. That's me.
But you're not owned, right? Like you're not.
No.
They don't own you. Meaning, like, I don't know.
Nope, they paid me to fill a spot on their show,
cool.
so they get paid. They get paid for views and whatnot, and then they just paid me, set them out.
You could still do your thing, because we're streaming right now on Compound Censored. Have you heard of the name Gavin McInnes? Have you ever heard of that guy? No. Okay, well, you might want to look into him. And Anthea Cumia. They're the ones that put together this website. They're very outspoken. Gavin just got brought back on X after being banned for 7 years. Elon helped bring him back, and a lot of people are kind of banned, but he's allowed people such as myself to I can say whatever I want and not have to worry about.
Badlands same way. We had big lengthy conversations about that. Like, I can't come on if you're going to tell me what I can and can't talk about. Like, that's not going to work. And they assured me that it was fine, and I tested it numerous times, and it was fine. So I did get them kicked off YouTube. That's once. It was just once. It was on accident. It was not kicked off, but they got suspended. They got to come back, I think.
Should I not be live streaming this on YouTube?
No, I think mine was more of a copyright thing, because I played a Tucker Carlson video, and Tucker's pretty strict about his.
Yeah, of course.
Stop being a dick, Tucker. Like, just let me use your fucking videos.
Oh, dude, Theo Vaughn. There was on his TikTok. I don't think it's him. It's one of his people, but he spazzed out during a Netflix special. Somebody in the crowd filmed him. That guy came after and took down my video on my social media. It wasn't even his video. It's somebody in the crowd. What I don't like are people with big platforms that take advantage and go after the little guys just for whatever reason. It's not cool, man.
I don't worry about that. Like, a lot of people take my videos and repost them, and then they don't tag, and I really don't care about that.
I've been tagging you on YouTube. I've been tagging you.
I'm out here. People find me. I'm pretty, like, if you're in the political, I at least have a very small basket in that you'll know of me. You may not know who I am, but you'll know of me, maybe a little bit. So, and you'll find people.
One last thing, I want to see if I remember. Shipwreck is because of your father or grandfather.
My dad.
Your dad,
mm-hmm.
And it had to do with, like, military or something, or
he was in the Navy. He was on a destroyer. Mm-hmm. And he's very proud of that.
Because you're not a shipwreck at all. Your ship's freaking selling. It's going to be selling for a good long while. So, I appreciate your time and your energy, and thank you for covering. The rain came down. I went offline, and then I come back. I'm like, oh, she's still talking. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know what happened, but thank you. And Cass, I don't know what that was all about. Cass,
should be all right. If she ever wants to come back on, I mean, I'm fine to have the conversation, but you gotta let me talk. Like, let me get my point out, and then we can. It's one of the reasons I don't debate, because it's pointless.
I wanted us all to kind of get together at the end, but it didn't work out that way.
Happens.
Okay, well, stay highly positive. Happy holidays to you. And I'll see if I can. She probably hopefully she didn't block me. But anyway, Shipwreck, thank you very much.
We'll see you later.
Hey, see ya. Wow, that was awesome. Okay. Wow, man. I want to say thank you for everybody watching the Off Topic Show. You guys have been watching it right here on Compound Censored, TikTok, all that kind of good stuff. Make sure you guys go over to Shipwreck's X account, YouTube account, all the above. The most recent episode of the Off Topic Show is available now on Compound Censored. Make sure you guys use promo code Off Topic to save 20% off your monthly and yearly subscriptions when you guys subscribe using promo code Off Topic. There's so many awesome shows on the network, but make sure to show your support for the Off Topic Show by using promo code Off Topic. Wow, I'll tell you what. Let me just I'm going to go digest the conversation we had right now because that thing got heated up. And I do hope that everybody who watched today, we can, go about your day and go do something positive and just remember every day above ground is a good day. And I'm going to try my best at the Off Topic Show to try to bring us together, but it does look like it's going to be easier said than done. All right, everybody, let me go ahead, hit this intro, and thank you for everybody. And thank you, Shipwreck. Thank you, Cass. And, man, I need to go smoke a joint or something. Freaking A. That shit was crazy.
The beans, we just mutated on a Knocky James. Tiger blood, Charlie Sheen. Leadership level like a college name. Addicted to the truth like crack is to a fiend. The elites killed the American dream. Along with Epstein, let's rage against the machine. Momentum picking up and I'm hardly burning steam. Positivity never makes it mainstream. The country is torn like some Levi James. Cutting the lawn, but I'm barely making greens. Give it to you straight like a laser beam. This fucking reality is not what it seems.